Okay, Rod, so we're gonna walk through the building a little bit. What are you gonna show me first?
Okay, well, I will go in here. This was a bin here. I cut this opening in to make a doorway. And if you come in here, the bin floor was on an angle here. And these were the beams that held up the bin floor. It was made out of cedar, and the bar top is made out of these.
Okay.
And there's a section of this bin, if you notice that hole up there,
Uh-huh.
that was where the corn fell from 60 feet.
Oh,
And
wow.
I took a section of this and I put it on the bar. The face of the bar is a section of this floor here.
Okay.
And these pipes, they had those every 4 foot.
And that was for
That was
just structural
the
integrity?
structure, so it wouldn't, it's, the strength, the weight is more pushing out than down. So they had to make it so it wouldn't blow out like concrete.
Okay.
And then what I did in here, when I got in here,
I like it that you put a little window through so you can see in.
that was actually so.
Was that actually there?
It was here. That had hinges. If you look over there, and then when the corn was in here, it would actually keep it closed. And then when it was
Okay.
empty, a person could climb in here
Oh,
and
okay.
do work in here.
All right. How long have you owned this building?
30 years.
And it was operating when you bought it?
No,
It was not. Okay.
1979, I was told.
Okay.
And then this section, I actually moved this whole doorway this way 8 inches, built another whole wall. Then I trimmed it out with beams that came out of here, but these are the original doors, and they'll actually swing, but there's a wall behind it.
Well, that's neat that you kept them. They're not functional, but they're still here
Right.
for interest.
It's-
Look at the size of this beam.
Let me turn that light on so you can see the beam.
Oh, there you go. And so what are we looking at here?
That beam was in here, was a support for the beam floor, the bin floors. And Joe Dillette from Salmonette carved that. He goes to the Sandwich Fair.
Okay, I know who he is. Yeah.
And then that saw, Roger Thorson gave me that. The saw is over 100 years old. It was painted in 1989.
So you've had friends that have wanted to be a part of it and help you out
Yes.
with it. So that's awesome. What about that one hanging up there?
The saw up there came from Blair. I believe his last name is Fuse, but yeah, he gave me that one. It was
So he's
his
a local.
grandfather's.
So tell me what I'm looking at up above my head here, because this
That was the
structure
bin
is
that came-
amazing.
That would open up and the corn would drop out of there, or beans, whatever they had in that bin. There was 12 bins in here. And that was one of the bins.
Okay. So you
And this sign
actually
was
built this
here.
all out. This sign was here, and what was it? Do you know?
That they would mark how much they had in it. It looks like either, I guess, 30,000 pounds was full on bin 1. Then
Oh,
they
I
had
see.
bin 2, and people
Okay.
would come in there and they'd mark on their, how many loads were dropped off. That was, I guess, the people worked here, that Yukon, Lunar, Mooner, and Pittman.
Be interesting to find out who those guys were. Everybody's got nicknames.
Yeah.
So tell me how you tell me about this beam right here that you made into a standing bar.
These beams all came out of the bin floors. I have, there was like 6 of them in each bin, and I cut apart 1, 2, 3, 4 bins, so I had 24 beams, and I used them around for the bar top, these little tops here.
Mm-hmm. And what about the actual this big bar
And
here? What's this
here
underneath?
came out of the bins, and this is where the corn fell in that first bin, bin 1. The corn fell right there and wore it out.
Wow, you can see the grooves in it.
Yeah.
How cool is
Actually,
that?
if it came on this side, you'd probably get a better picture. Coming this way.
That's really neat that you used that.
Yeah. And then what they did, they would, as it was wearing away, before it made a complete hole in it, they would come in and they'd put metal over it. Well, luckily, the metal was upside down, so the sign still reads. You can still read the sign.
So that's been there.
That
And
was,
that's
that
why,
was actually,
because
it
of
was
the
on-
wood is grooved in.
It was on one of those. They'd go in there and they'd nail this over. They'd go in that hole and they'd say, okay, take some tin up there. And they'd see what tin was laying around. Luckily, these 2 signs were laying around. They nailed them down. Then I pulled them up off of the floor and put them over. There's beams that went across, so you can actually see a little piece of the beam down there. So I had to cover up the holes.
And there's another one of those
And
cross
there's
pieces.
cross braces were every 4 foot to support it.
Huh. Okay.
And all the wood in here came from here.
So the floor was as it is?
No,
Not
the
this
floor.
part, but this
Yeah.
part?
Yeah, this was here. That
Okay.
was filled in with, that had the metal grates in it. They would dump all the corn and beans and everything in there.
So there's storage underneath.
Yeah, there's, it's about 10 foot, 11 foot deep right there. That's where the furnace is now.
Okay.
And then I went into women's bathroom. And of course they care, so they got a little nicer sign.
Taking
They-
care of the ladies,
Yeah,
Ron.
they have a mirror in here and a little
Nice.
purse hook.
Very nice. This is so cool. Okay. What's your occupancy?
The drawing said 78.
Okay.
I probably had 70, I had a band in here, probably had 70, 72.
Okay, well, we didn't touch on that. You have live music?
I had one day I had live music.
There's
on
a lot of local
Friday.
musicians out here that are starting
Yes,
to
it was
just
a local. The
show
Woods,
up and,
The Woods brothers were here.
okay.
It was excellent.
Yeah.
I plan on having them back in the summer and having something outside on
Well, maybe we can
concrete pad.
do another video
Yeah.
with some music going on.
Yeah.
Tell me about this table you have your hand on right now.
This table was one of the bin floors. I had to put a epoxy sealer on it to level it out some so the beer cans wouldn't spill, because there's spots in here that are over 1 inch thick. There's spots that are only 1/8 inch. And I didn't keep pouring it until it got level. I poured it so it just wouldn't, the cans wouldn't spill out.
Sure. That's all you need.
And then the legs are the door cutouts
From the bathroom?
from the bathroom doors and all the other doors I cut out.
How long did it take you to do this? Once you started working on it,
I worked
how long
on
did
it
it
a
take?
year and a half.
A year and a half. And when did it open?
November 2nd was opening.
Okay, so you've just been open a few months here.
Yeah.
All right, well, this is the Sheridan elevator, everybody. This is Ron Schmoker. He's the owner, proprietor. Hope to see you down here sometime. Thank you so much, Mr. Schmoker. We'll see you again.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.